did. B.S. Arun, Rashid
very
Kidwai,
emotional
big moment,
yeah.
poignant moment there. D.K. Shivkumar breaking down, talking about the tough times he's faced because of the cases against him and spending time in jail. He's almost, coming out and saying that I proved to the Congress that I'm with them and I'm loyal. I stayed with them. A quick comment, B.S. Arun, if you just want to add to what he said, said.
It is his time. And
it is his
trying
time.
to flaunt it. So,
Not Siddaramaia's time, who's fought his last election.
Both of them tried very hard together and they presented a united face.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons why the Congress has won today.
But Rashid Kidwai, this is a tough one for the Congress.
Yeah, Shivani, I think it was almost like an acceptance speech of, he was thanking everyone, including Siddaramaiah, bringing Sonia Gandhi, becoming a tad emotional, etc. I think it's going to be a tough call, but again, I said the Congress would try to be as judicious as it can by ascertaining views of the party MLAs and putting it on full display in a transparent manner.
Okay.
I think that
that's
the best
going to be a very
the best
tightrope walk for the
It
Congress
is going
party.
to be. I think this is
the
going to be a problematic
factor
one
that worked for the Congress party, and especially in the old Mysuru region. We have that up on the magic wall as well. And the gains that the JDS had made in the last elections have went back to the Congress party, Shivani. That's
so basically this is why D.K. Shivkumar can actually stake his claim almost to the same pedestal as Siddaramaiah, because it was accepted, conventional wisdom, that Siddaramaiah is the taller leader, while DK is the organization man, best as the Congress president. But Siddaramaiah was a larger former chief minister face and had greater acceptability across regions in Karnataka. But you look at the Vocaliga dominated seats, the Congress has increased its tally to 18, up by 10. BJP has managed to gain 1, but the JDS has lost 12. So this is where most of the JDS's losses have come. And this is, of course, the old Mysuru region only. The Congress has managed to breach that bastion of sorts. And because of DK's background, of course, he can claim that a lot of this turnaround has happened because of him. Because in the Lingayat vote share, B.S. Arun, we expected there would be possibly some losses for the BJP. But that has not happened because of any other reasons, but for the fact that Yediyurappa is not a factor in this election. So that was BJP's factor, not so much the Congress's factor. Here, Vocaliga is the DK's factor.
And also, in addition to Congress victory here, it's also the losses faced by the JDS. Because JDS had been the numero uno here. And they have sort of taken a huge setback. And that has propelled the Congress to gain power in Bangalore.
Let me just quickly show you the Lingayat dominated seats as well, just to get an idea of the big talking points before the election. Now, of course, Yediyurappa is not a factor in this election. It was bound to hurt the BJP and their new leadership. A lot of them, Shettar, Lakshman Sawadi, others left them. So they've obviously had some losses here. Lost 17 of those seats from last time. Still 23 seats out of the 67 Lingayat dominated seats, but the Congress has gained 19 of them. And most of them are these seats. The northern regions of Karnataka, the Kalyan, Kittur, Karnataka, central Karnataka as well. So a lot of that, sea of blue that you see, Anusha, is predominantly because of these two caste factors. And on both of those parameters, the Congress has gained. One at the cost of the BJP and one at the cost of the JDS.
I also want to talk to you, Mr. B.S. Arun, about the factor called Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa. And, there are some expert opinions doing the rounds that perhaps he did not put his entire heart and soul into these elections in getting the Lingayat votes to his side. Would you agree with that assessment at all?
See, it's difficult to say, but one factor is, maybe BJP has not used it or he himself was a bit reluctant. We didn't see Yediyurappa as he was in the earlier elections, going around the state, addressing people, doing the organizational work. All those things were missing. Of course, he maybe perhaps was very happy that his son got a ticket and is in any case.
There was full confidence and faith that was put on Mr. Yediyurappa by none other than the Prime Minister. He was the go-to man.
That is true. Party leadership showed that much of confidence, but beyond that, I think Yediyurappa didn't move into the masses, into the people, and addressed the gatherings.
And Mr. Kidwai, how tightrope of a walk this is, the Vocaliga and the Lingayat factor, the reservation politics has been hotting up in the state. There are, of course, the OBC concerns, the ST concerns, the tribal seats also seem to have come with the Congress party. So it's an intricate balance they need to strike, perhaps.
Absolutely. I mean, if a political party gets, 43, 44, 45% of vote, it means that it's got a wide support from various sections and, caste-wise. I think we have not seen the kind of, upsurge the Congress may have got in terms of, the scheduled caste votes because of the presence of Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge and his active participation, the shift in, of Muslim votes perhaps from the JDS to the Congress, perhaps that explains why JDS has lost substantial, votes, not so much seats so far. But I think another point what my friend B.S. Arun was saying, and you had asked, see, generational change, Anusha, is a desirable thing, but it is not easy. I mean, the Congress has been accused of it umpteen number of times. But look at the BJP, and they had benched Mr. Yediyurappa, then brought him back in a different capacity, and you can go on, kind of labeling whether how much, hard work he did. I think if he was in good health, perhaps the BJP should have gone ahead with him rather than looking at this 75 par kind of deadline.
After what we heard from DKS, and he's almost made his case, I think, a very emotional appeal, we're expected to hear from Siddaramaiah as well. Interesting to see what he says, because DKS did thank Siddaramaiah as well, all his party workers, but thanked, of course, the Gandhi Parivar, and talked about how much he has suffered in the state. And before, as we wait for Siddaramaiah's press conference, I do want to ask B.S. Arun, what happens to Kumaraswamy and family now?
Well, it's a big setback because their numbers now, it's showing 21. It may
The days of being kingmaker are gone.
And not just that, the party, is in such a shock that it perhaps never expected its tally to come down from 37 to 21 or even below that. And another thing is, second successive defeat for Kumaraswamy's son, Nikhil, and that he has lost in the Wakaliga heartland is a big,
At least
setback.
one thing what the Prime Minister said, Rashid Kidwai, has come true, that, this very family-based politics, if this is what the trend is from Karnataka too, certainly that is losing its sheen, isn't it? You cannot only on the basis of family and old, your bastions continue to do your politics and do nothing else.
Yes, Shivani, I think in case of JDS, they had overplayed their cards, and there was a lot of division and disquiet within the, H.D. Kumaraswamy's family, in the sense with his relations with Ramanna and that thing with this, over ticket distribution, etc. There were a lot of problems for that. I think this kind of family business has a law of diminishing returns, and it becomes a problematic. But Mr. Modi has also, while Shivani, he criticizes dynasty politics, he's tried to make some amends. He says that at entry level it is fine, but it is that party should not be owned by the family. But I think that's a problematic
But that's what
thing.
the BJP has always maintained, that you cannot have one family who's always the president, who's always the decision maker. That's the problem that the BJP maintains, that they have with dynastic policies, and where they are different. They obviously have people who have come from families who get tickets as well. And this election was a showcase of that as well.
And as we take the conversation